What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Guys, came across this video. It was like in my recommended, and we got 12 things America could learn from Australia. I don't think I ever done this one. I've done so many. This don't look familiar. I've done this guy's videos before. I forgot his name, but we finna check this out anyway. You know, if I did it once, hopefully I didn't. I ain't have time to look, but y'all can follow me on Instagram, Twitter. Got the Patreon out here, you know, doing movie, TV shows, reactions, those different things like that. But let's jump in to see the 12 things America could learn from Australia.
What's good, y'all? Tristan here, and today I'm going to be going over 12 things that America could learn from Australia. Pardon me if it is a little bit loud. I am filming this in a public park, but that is actually my first thing that I think America could learn from Australia is how to build a park. This goes way beyond just how to build a park, but really how to build any nice public facility. If you look at the park in right now, I mean, I can show you, there's this huge playscape just right over there. I'll show a picture of it up, but
okay, that is
what
different from what we have.
A typical playscape in Australia looks like. I'll throw some more pictures up just so you can see what a playscape in Australia looks like, but this this picture right here is what a playscape in America looks like. Playscapes here are so much bigger. The kids have it way better, but beyond playscapes, this goes to skate parks, for example. Skate parks here are in every city. They're awesome, they're huge, they're nice. Not the same in America. You know, a city might have one or two nice ones, but in Australia there are way more, and
California.
Overall they're much nicer. There are so many examples of great public parks or public facilities in Australia. Pretty much every single city here in Australia, not like all, but most of them have these things called lagoons. They're not really like lagoons, they're just public pools, but they call them lagoons. But check out how nice these things are. These are free pools.
Yeah, we definitely don't have this. This would be nice. We used to have a public pool. It got shut down. The playground now, growing up, we had what we call, it was our park. It was called Kids Zone. Kids Zone is it was like an ancient time, you know, medieval time themed park. Like everything's wooden. It looked like a castle. They took it away. It gave us this modern, I don't know what, but Kids Zone was like the best because you really feel like you was in the 1500s type of thing. And they took it away when I became an adult. memories.
They're absolutely beautiful, and they're right in the city center. I'm currently in Airlie Beach. This is what Airlie Beach looks like. Brisbane also has a nice one.
Wow.
The parks here are just so much nicer, and everything related to them is nicer. Oh, and there's free electric grills, right over there. There's 2 perfectly clean electric grills, and free bathrooms. God, I need to this could have been 5 points on its own. But
clean.
Anyways, point number 1, parks in Australia are so much nicer, and the US could learn how to build parks like Australia. The second thing that America could learn from Australia is how to make a thing of coffee. The coffee here is so nice, it's so fancy, it's so well done. Just like a basic cheap cup of coffee, they just put so much more attention to detail in it. I can't
make it with
talk
love
too much on this because I don't drink coffee, I don't like it. But literally, everyone who comes here, Americans, non-Americans, everyone who comes here just thinks Australia has the absolute best coffee in the world. All right,
making it with love.
America can learn from Australia is traffic circles. Oh my god. All right, they have traffic circles freaking everywhere here. You'll find them in neighborhoods, you'll find them in towns, you'll find them connecting big roads. Will it be traffic circles with 2-3 lanes on them? They are so common, and they just speed up the flow of traffic so much. There are so many small stoplights that we have in America that could be eliminated if we put a traffic circle there. No joke, there's probably about 1/4 the amount of stop signs in Australia as there are in America because of the traffic circles, and also they just put a lot more yield signs up instead of stop signs. So if you don't have to totally stop, those put a yield sign there.
And see, we don't have the circle, but there's some key places here in my hometown. I can say there were some key places. There were never lights, stop sign and stuff, but the intersections were just so jacked up because they start adding different places. We have a big gas station that came about in another area. They opened up more food places, and so it's yeah, you're gonna need some lights. And that's only because it was just horrible. People could never go and see wrecks and all those things. But the roundabout circle, that'll be interesting. But here their solution, put a light. And that's what they did. And on top of the yield sign, speaking of yield, I can show y'all so many places that have stop sign and that should be a yield. It's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous.
Which is also kind of nice. All right, so the fourth thing I think America could learn from Australia is how to package and sell watermelon. What I mean by that is in America, like if you're buying watermelon, it's probably gonna be like a full entire watermelon, or you can get like a little thing of like little like dice cubes of watermelon. The issue is like the little dice cubes are usually pretty expensive, and it's just like enough for like one or two people, and then the whole entire watermelon, it's like way too much for one person. And like honestly, I am from a family of 4, and one watermelon is too much for our family usually.
Really?
Here in Australia, usually when you're at the
tearing up some
watermelon, you're see quarter melons, and they sell them by the quarter melon. This makes so much sense. It doesn't cost more. It probably saves a lot of melon.
They used to do that, at least at Walmart. I don't know. I might have to check. I think they may do that at Aldi's, but Aldi's I think is like a German store or something like that. But they used to, which makes sense. But a watermelon, we eat some watermelon now. I got some watermelon in there now. I'm finna go eat.
Cut the melon, wrap it up in some saran wrap, and then sell it in force. Easy as that. The fifth one is a little bit weird, but that is we could learn from Australia to not put so much water in our toilets. I don't know what it is about their toilets here, but I feel like they're just like way more advanced than our toilets. So in America, like for some reason, it's a really common thing. Like I was just used to like having water splash my butt from like pooping into it and like splashing up. And then when you're flushing the toilet, it's like shoosh shoosh shoosh, and it does like the whole like spinny thing and then sucks down. It's like one long flush with a bunch of water. Well, here in Australia, their toilets just have a little bit of water in them. Your butt doesn't get wet when you poop. There's no splashing going on.
I feel like that's more of the public toilets here in the state. Cause my toilet right now, I mean, I wouldn't want to show y'all my toilet, but I promise the water is like how he just mentioned how Australia's is. It flushes different, but I feel like public restroom, you go to either restaurant, gas station, or wherever public place you go to use I feel like their toilet bowls just be full. That's where you get that splash action from. Cause I ain't never got no splash action at home unless I just dropped, not trying to talk about poop, but if I just dropped a huge load and it just happened to, hit me back or something. But other than that, definitely public places.
Can't believe I'm saying this. Anyways, and then on top of that, they also have like buttons. They have a button for poo and a button for pee. Some American toilets do have this, but I think it's like a law here in Australia because every single toilet I've seen has had those two little buttons to save some water. The sixth thing that America could learn from Australia is free/cheap sunscreen. You're probably laughing at me as I say this while I'm all burnt, but that's just because I was on a boat for the past 3 days. Here in Australia, you can get like a full giant 1 liter thing of sunscreen, like enough for an entire family for an entire summer for like I think it's like $8. Like they're like super cheap. And beyond that, I usually don't pay at all
that's
for
the year.
It's just free at most places. Like if you go to like a hotel, if you go to an office, a restaurant, like imagine like how hand sanitizer is free in America in a lot of places. They just have sunscreen laying out in different places like that. You can just get some,
different
down
there.
This is so nice and makes so much sense. I'm not completely sure on this, but I think the government subsidizes sunscreen a little bit. I think that's how they get it so cheap. Not positive, but anyways, it makes so much sense because the government also pays for the healthcare here. You're gonna have to be paying a lot more for skin cancer than you are gonna be paying for sunscreen. All right, now the seventh thing America could learn from Australia is work-life balance and how to party. Australians, they love to have fun. They love to get drunk. They party hard. Additionally, just kind of the culture here and in Europe, they get a lot more paid time off for vacation. Typically, you get about 5 paid weeks off for vacation here. So that could be one of the reasons why they have a better work-life balance. But even when they're not on vacation, just on like a typical weekend, Australians like love to go out. They love to have fun. I don't know.
I feel like that's, when I was in college, kid you not, like I knew people had parties in high school. I didn't go to no parties in high school or nothing like that. But in college, like, I thought like, what the movies, they definitely lie on the movies here. College wasn't that at all. It could be, if you shoot your own movies. But dude, people were partying Monday to Monday. I'm like, dude, it's the weekday. Like, it's Tuesday. What are you finna do? But that's how much time you had in college. People were partying on a Tuesday. What's that song? Club going up on a Tuesday. Partying on a Thursday. I didn't understand it. But work-life balance, yes. Partying. I just think you young. People go out, but when you're young, probably single, just chilling, you gonna go out. You gonna go out.
Like they do a little bit better job at partying than Americans do. All right, now the 8th thing that America could learn from Australia is how to do sushi.
Not sushi.
Yes, I know sushi is not like a typical Australian thing. It's, you know, like Japanese. However, they have kind of put a little spin on sushi that I think makes it so much better and makes it kind of like reach like a much larger audience or target market, I guess, if that makes sense. Let me explain. Here in Australia, they have done a couple things that make it just kind of like cool and easy to get. So one is they have a lot of like quick grab and go sushi restaurants here where they just like have sushi like out the window. You walk by, you can point to which one you want, grab it, and you go. And it's not cut up like it is in America. The sushi comes in a roll like this, so you can get a couple rolls, grab them, and then it's kind of like almost eat them like a sandwich as you walk down the street. I absolutely love this. They are great, healthy, like grab and go snacks. You know, I feel like in America, if you're gonna get something like grab and go, it's gonna be like, I don't know, like a Subway sandwich or like, I don't know, like a burger from McDonald's, like something like not as healthy. Not to mention, it's so affordable here. Like a roll of sushi like that, one of those like grab and go places, is probably gonna cost you like $2.50 American dollars, USD. Another great thing about the sushi here is there's this style of sushi restaurant that I know it's common in other parts of the world, but I've just never seen it in America, and we could totally adopt it. But that's like the like train track, I call it, style sushi.
Oh yeah, I ain't never seen that.
The sushi goes around on a little track, and you pick up whatever you want, eat it, and then yeah, pay at the end by like the plates. I don't know, it doesn't matter. But I see like
I've seen that somewhere
in every single city in Australia that I've been to. It's just kind of like a cool, fun concept, and I don't know, I don't think I've even seen a restaurant like that in America. As I'm editing this,
I don't think so either. I've seen somebody. I think my kids were watching Ryan's World, and they were somewhere, and they were. I don't know if they was on like a cruise or something. They were doing that, but sushi. To be honest, cause we have plenty of like Japanese, Chinese restaurants here. I've never seen an American work at those places at all. Like I didn't seen sushi at like our Walmarts and you know, I wouldn't recommend it, but I've never seen an American work at those type of restaurants. So I'm like, what American got their own sushi spot? Because usually it's somebody from China or Japan that's here or somewhere. They own these spots. They're the owners of these restaurants. So they're making the sushi. I've never seen an American worker in a Japanese restaurant. I just never have. Never have I ever. If you have, that's probably the most surprising thing. I never have.
This video, I just thought about another unique sushi thing here, and that is they have a lot of chicken sushi. Real sushi lovers might say that that's not actually sushi.
Chicken?
But I don't know. Here at sushi shops, I'd say about like almost half the sushis that they offer, okay, maybe not half, like a third of the sushis that they offer are like fried chicken or grilled chicken. This just makes sushi even more appealing to some people. You know, some people don't like fish, or some people just really like chicken, and they can still get sushi, I guess if you can call it that, without just having like fish or crab or I don't know, raw meat. All right, the 9th thing America could learn from Australia is how to run a DMV. So I don't really know what to call this, but like you know, like the place where you you go to get your license, to get like your car registered, like the government
DMV office, is so long.
Entity that you go to get all your car stuff worked out. In America, we call it the DMV, the Department for Motor Vehicles, or something like that. Anyways, and then I know in Victoria they call it like Vic Roads, and then I know in Queensland they call it something else, so it's different in every state here. But the place where you go to get like stuff for your car, get it registered and all that stuff, oh my god, it is so amazing in Australia. Like 10 out of 10 recommend. Like they're tech savvy, you can make appointments online, they're quick, you get a little letter or number, you go into a queue. There was someone that greeted me when I walked in, like they were just so like, it was a great pleasant experience, and I was only there for like less than an hour. If you go to America, any American will know what I'm talking about, but oh my god, going to the DMV in America is like going, like it's like a trip to hell. You're gonna go there early in the morning, you're gonna wait in line for an hour, then you're gonna get a ticket, you're gonna sit in a chair, you're gonna be in another.
It ain't hell, but it's long. It's definitely, I do. That's one of those days you just gotta be the first one at the door, and it's crazy because you think you early, and it's like 10 people that thought the same as you and thought to get there earlier. It's that bad. I've been in there for like 2 hours once. I'm like, ain't no way they take this long to give somebody their license. Like this person lived for 40 years. Why is it taking 40 years to get a renewed license? It's crazy.
They're line for a couple hours. The people who work there are typically unfriendly and cold. They just totally suck in America. And here in Australia, I've experienced them in Victoria, and I had a friend that experienced them here in Queensland, and she was American. And anyways, both of us thought it was like super amazing here.
Should be the same guy.
in all of Australia, the DMV is probably much better than it is in America. All right, the 10th thing America could learn from Australia is how to eliminate the freaking penny. All right, y'all's lowest cent point is a 5 cents. We still have the penny. I don't know why. Not much to add to that. We just need to take after you and eliminate our penny. Number 11, and this is probably the most important one on this entire list, and that is we need to learn how to breathalyze like you do in Australia. When I was in Victoria, y'all had these big old giant buses that are all over the roads at all times of the day, just randomly going, and they breathalyze, they like shut a road down and they breathalyze every single car that goes by. It could be at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, 10 a.m., like 4 in the morning. You've no idea when they're gonna be there. They're just there and they breathalyze everyone, and yeah, it's a great way to catch people who are on drugs or drinking and driving. The 12th thing I think America could learn from Australia is your slang. And I'm not saying we should like take your slang and adopt it to America. No, like y'all's slang is like great. It's like a huge part of Australian culture. It's just who you are, you know, in Australia. And in America, our slang's kind of shit. Like I don't know, we don't have good slang. We don't have much slang at all. Anyways, America, we need to up our slang game because here in Australia they have so much slang. And if you want to learn some Australian slang, there are 100 Aussie words and phrases, and you can check those out right down there. And also, if you want to know some things that Australia could learn from America, check out that video right up there.
I think the slang part, cause y'all know, I like the Australian slang. I like the Aussie slang. You know, I've been learning a lot. Especially just when it comes to pronouncing the different cities. But people got their own slang. Black people got their own slang. Like, I don't know if y'all catch it even with me and Dream Team Neil in a video. I don't know what slang he talking about. It might be some other people, but we got our own slang. Yeah, I feel like it's different. The different cultures, ethnicities, you know, that we have here. Everybody got their own slang. I feel. I don't know. But Australia's slang, it's like the whole country slang, though, you know. So that's definitely the difference. Because everybody understands everybody. Here, you only got this community understand that community understand that community. You know, so it's all divided within one. That's the problem. But this was good. I think that last thing with the drug, alcohol, brother, that's interesting. I never seen that. I never heard of that. So that's the first time. I didn't know you had that, Australia. That's pretty cool. You know, it definitely helps. It definitely helps. But all in all, great. Australia is great. Can't wait to go there, mate. You know, that's the plan. But y'all follow me on Instagram, Twitter. Got the Patreon, doing movies, TV show reaction. Might do some music. So if y'all got a artist out there that got a listen-worthy album that I need to check out, let me know. I'll check that out. But all in all, great. Goodness gracious. Y'all be blessed, be the best, and be you. I'm out.